Welcome back to the deep dive. We're starting today with this metaphor that feels almost cinematic. When we think about the quest for love, we often picture finding this one perfect guiding light.
Hmm.
But on that winding, sometimes really treacherous path to finding a partner, the real superpower isn't just spotting the light, it's knowing exactly which shadows to avoid.
That is such a critical point. It's the skill we so often overlook, you know? We obsess over this checklist for finding the one, but the much more practical skill, the thing that actually protects you, is recognizing who you absolutely should not choose.
And that's our mission today. We want to give you a kind of psychological map of those warning signs, the red flags that are basically screaming, this is not a stable path.
Right. And this isn't about being cynical. It's the opposite. It's about being empowered.
Exactly. So we've put together 10 of these crucial patterns, and we're just going to jump right in with what might be the most corrosive one. The absolute refusal to take any accountability.
This is where it all starts to crumble. I mean, if you can't admit when you're wrong, you can't change. And if you can't change, you can't grow with another person. We call them the architects of instability.
The architects of instability. I like that. So red flag number 1, Mr. or Mrs. Infallible. This is the person who deep down believes they are never wrong.
Never. And because they can't take responsibility, any attempt to fix a problem is, like you said, dead on arrival.
So what does that look like in practice? How do they pull it off?
Well, their defensive moves are really something to watch. If they can't admit a mistake, they'll often resort to emotional abuse, and specifically, a lot of the time, to gaslighting.
Gaslighting. We hear that term a lot. What does it mean in this context?
It's more than just lying. It's a strategy. They'll deny things they clearly said or did, and when you call them on it, they just flip the script. They'll tell you that you're the one who's misremembering or that you're imagining things.
Or my favorite, you're being too sensitive.
Exactly. The goal isn't just to deflect blame. The goal is to make you doubt your own reality, your own sanity, so that you stop trusting yourself.
Wow. Okay, so related to that, but a little different, is our next pattern. The chronic blamer.
Yes. This is the person who never gives a genuine apology because, in their mind, the problem is always external. It's the traffic, it's their boss, it's the economy.
But doesn't everyone blame traffic sometimes? I mean, where's the line between a bad day and a red flag?
It's the consistency. It's the pattern. If, early on, you notice that the blame funnel is always pointed outward for everything, their job, their money problems, you just have to prepare yourself.
Because eventually that funnel is going to turn on you.
It's only a matter of time. Suddenly you're the reason they're in a bad mood or why they can't handle pressure.
That feels like it leads directly into red flag number 3, which is a very specific kind of defense. We're calling it the you're not perfect either defender.
Oh, this one is classic.
Yeah, you bring up a totally valid point, something like, hey, I felt really hurt when you ignored my text. And their immediate response is to point out something you did wrong last week.
Well, you were rude to that waiter last Tuesday. It's a textbook defense mechanism. It's called projection.
So they're projecting their own feelings of inadequacy.
Inadequacy, fear of criticism, you name it. They create this psychological smokescreen to get the spotlight off of their mistake and onto yours. And just like that, the original problem never gets solved.
It's impossible. You can't move forward if every conversation turns into a counterattack.
It's a total relationship killer.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. We've talked about the architects of instability. Now let's go inside to section 2, walking on psychological eggshells. This is all about emotional regulation.
Or a lack thereof. This brings us to red flag 4, the overly sensitive critic. I think the key phrase here is that feeling, that you are perpetually walking on eggshells.
So your own body is telling you something is wrong.
Your nervous system is screaming at you. Because any little piece of feedback, even if it's super gentle and constructive, is taken as this massive personal attack.
What's going on inside them that makes them so defensive?
It really stems from some deep-seated stuff. Think high neuroticism and very low emotional regulation. Their inner emotional world is it's volatile. They don't have the tools to handle uncomfortable feelings.
So they lash out to shut the conversation down.
Exactly. They label your feedback as rude or offensive because it protects their ego. But what it really does is kill any chance for honesty.
And that volatility, I'm guessing, is often fueled by their past, which is red flag number 5, carrying unaddressed baggage.
And the key word there is unaddressed. We all have baggage. That's not a flaw.
Right.
But when you have unaddressed trauma or anger or resentment that constantly spills into your current relationship, you're guaranteeing instability.
So that looks like what?
Mm.
Holding on to grudges forever.
Holding grudges, being unable to forgive even small things, these wild mood swings that seem to come out of nowhere because they refuse to look at the actual root cause.
So they might be in the room with you, but emotionally they're back in the past, fighting some old battle.
A battle that has nothing to do with you, and that lack of internal control often leads to something even darker, which is red flag 6, the master manipulator.
Ah, this is the person who is an expert at finding your emotional buttons.
And pushing them relentlessly. And then when you finally react, they act completely innocent. What? I didn't do anything.
That lack of empathy is the real tell, isn't it? They can deliberately hurt you and then blame you for feeling hurt.
And this almost never stays just at the level of emotional games. It escalates. It turns into really controlling behaviors.
Like what?
Monitoring where you go, trying to limit who you see, demanding access to your phone or your social media. These are not signs of love. They're signs of control and exploitation.
Which is a perfect pivot to our third section, which is about maybe the most exhausting pattern of all, the cycle of broken promises.
Yeah.
This is all about trust just eroding away.
It really is. And it starts with red flag 7, who we call the apology artist.
The apology artist did.
They are phenomenal performers. They'll do something hurtful, and then they deliver this spectacular, heartfelt, sometimes tearful apology. They promise to change, but
The behavior never actually changes.
never. The performance is the only thing that changes. They'll yell or make a cutting remark, apologize beautifully, and then the next time they're upset, they do the exact same thing.
You learn over time that their words are just empty.
They are, and that cycle is one of the most destructive things a couple can face. It just grinds away at the foundation of the relationship.
So that performer then becomes red flag number 8, the repeat offender. It's the same pattern, but now it's undeniable. The promises to change just keep coming, but the behavior never stops.
This is where it gets really serious. It shows a fundamental lack of impulse control and, frankly, a lack of real commitment to the health of the relationship.
And their apologies start to feel strategic.
Very. One expert pointed out that often these apologies aren't about making things right. They are just designed to stop you from being angry or, more importantly, to stop you from leaving.
It's a retention tactic, not a repair tactic.
That's a great way to put it. It's just about maintaining control.
Okay, let's move to our last section, where you rank. These are the red flags that show a basic lack of respect and a sense of entitlement.
Starting with red flag 9, the casual flirter. This is the partner who flirts with other people, ignores your feelings about it, and then just says it's harmless fun or that's just how I am.
It's the intentional dismissal of your boundaries. It's the real issue there, right?
It is. They're choosing a quick ego boost from a stranger over the emotional security of their own partner. And even if it never becomes physical, it feels like an emotional betrayal. It destroys trust.
Yeah. And our next one, number 10, is so common. The friend prioritizer. Their friends just always seem to come first.
Always. And when you finally speak up and say you need more time together, you're the one who gets labeled. Suddenly you're needy or controlling.
So they're weaponizing your needs against you.
They are. A healthy relationship has to balance time for yourself with quality time as a couple. When a partner consistently refuses to do that, it often signals a really insecure attachment style. They don't see the relationship as a primary team.
And that leads right into our bonus red flag, the uncaring gift taker. This is the person who just sees the relationship as a resource to be consumed.
Right. They don't value the effort you put in. They see love, affection, attention as things they're owed, things they just expect to receive.
Without having to give anything back.
Without reciprocating, gratitude is totally absent. And when gratitude is gone, all that's left is entitlement. And that's not a partnership. It's a one-way transaction.
So when we put all this together, all 10 of these patterns, the real message isn't to be cynical about love.
No, not at all. It's about self-protection. It's about being discerning. You have to be able to see these deal breakers for what they are, even when they're hiding behind a charming smile.
Because finding the right person isn't about finding someone who is perfect. It's not about flawlessness.
It's about finding someone who is committed to mutual respect, to growing with you, to emotional maturity. Love should be a true give and take, a place where you both feel safe and seen and valued.
So if you think of these behaviors as warning lights on the dashboard of your life, they give you this immediate clarity, this power. And we want to encourage you to think about which of these red flags you might have, I don't know, minimized or excused in the past.
And we want to leave you with this one last question to think about. If you see one of those warning lights flashing right now, signaling instability, signaling broken promises, What is the single most important action that light is telling you to take today?
That decision,
Mm.
that's your ultimate power.